Joe Burrow sparks debate. After expressing frustration with NFL's 2025 schedule, Joe Burrow, the Cincinnati Bengals star quarterback and one of the NFL's brightest young talents, isn't mincing words about his team's upcoming 2025 schedule. As the league's full slate drops, Burrow's candid reaction has stirred conversations among fans, analysts, and league insiders alike, and it centers on a recurring issue: the relentless primetime grind and repetitive matchups against a familiar foe, the Baltimore Ravens. For Bengals fans, the 2025 season promises high drama, fierce rivalries, and more than a few primetime spotlights. But for Burrow, the schedule also feels like déjà vu, a frustrating echo of recent seasons, where Cincinnati finds itself locked into a familiar primetime pattern, often at the expense of home field advantage and fresh matchups. Burrow calls out the NFL's scheduling for repeating the same primetime opponent. When asked about the Bengals' 2025 schedule, Burrow didn't shy away from calling out what many fans have quietly been feeling. The highlight, or lowlight, depending on perspective, was a Thanksgiving night road game against the Baltimore Ravens, marking the fourth consecutive year the Bengals will face Baltimore under the bright lights of primetime. "It's not ideal playing in Baltimore for the fourth straight year on primetime," Burrow said bluntly, according to official NFL reports. "Maybe next year we can get one of those games in Cincinnati, please." Burrow's straightforward comments quickly resonated across social media and within NFL circles, sparking a broader conversation about scheduling fairness, player fatigue, and the optics of repeatedly featuring the same teams in marquee spots. NFL execs respond, acknowledging the challenge but defending the process. The league didn't remain silent. Mike North, the NFL's vice president of broadcast planning and scheduling, addressed the criticism head-on. His response was a mix of acknowledgement and explanation. "It's fair," North said. "This isn't a one-year or two-year fix. It's a complex puzzle that evolves. But when you see the same team getting short weeks, road openers, or repeated primetime slots year after year, you have to step back and say, maybe we need to rethink how we're scheduling." North made it clear that the NFL's scheduling process isn't a simple algorithm, but a delicate balance of broadcast deals, team performance, rivalries, and viewer interest. Yet, he conceded, the league understands the frustration for both players and fans. "We got down to the wire, and this was the best schedule we could offer the Bengals," North admitted. "I'm sure Bengals fans are a bit disappointed, just like all 31 other teams feel about their schedules. Everybody wants something different, a home opener, fewer Thursday games, or better primetime balance." Bengals' familiar struggles. In primetime against the Ravens. It's not just the repetition of primetime games against Baltimore that stings. It's the memories attached to those matchups. Over the past 3 seasons, Cincinnati has come up short against the Ravens in primetime clashes, including a heartbreaker last season that ended 35-34 in Baltimore. Those losses linger in the minds of players and fans alike, turning the upcoming Thanksgiving night game into more than just another date on the calendar. It's a chance for redemption, but also a reminder of a daunting streak. For Burrow and the Bengals, the repeated scheduling against the Ravens isn't just about exposure. It's about facing a rival that has been a thorn in their side when the lights shine the brightest. Why the NFL keeps putting Bengals-Ravens on Thanksgiving night. Why does the NFL keep handing the Bengals a primetime slot on Thanksgiving night against Baltimore? The answer comes down to ratings, rivalries, and a simple formula the league believes maximizes viewership and fan engagement. Mike North explained the league's mindset. "The Bengals have earned these windows. They've played their way into prime time. You've got an MVP-caliber quarterback, a talented receiving core, and games that draw excitement." Last year's Bengals-Ravens primetime games were spectacular, North said. The league wanted to replicate that success, ensuring at least one showdown landed in a coveted national spotlight. Thanksgiving night, a centerpiece for NFL broadcasting, offered the perfect stage. "Adding division rivalries to the primetime mix adds extra intensity," North said. "This year, Thanksgiving kicks off with Green Bay-Detroit, then KC-Dallas in the middle, so Bengals-Ravens fit perfectly as the primetime capper. It's about delivering a marquee matchup with storylines that matter." Bengals coach Zac Taylor sees the silver lining. Despite the grumbles about schedule fairness, Bengals head coach Zac Taylor embraced the primetime spotlight, focusing on the opportunity it presents rather than the potential disadvantages. "Playing on Thanksgiving night, in a standalone game with the whole country watching from their couches? That's exciting," Taylor said. "That's why you get into this business. It's about showcasing your team, your talent, and your hard work on a national stage. Taylor's optimism serves as a counterbalance to Burrow's frustration, highlighting the mixed emotions that come with playing under the brightest lights. Breaking down the Bengals' 2025 season schedule, primetime battles, and high-stakes division games. The 2025 Bengals schedule is a gauntlet of high-profile matchups, division rivalries, and multiple primetime appearances designed to test Cincinnati's mettle and showcase the team on national TV. The season kicks off on the road against AFC North foe Cleveland Browns on September 7th, an opening game that immediately sets the tone for a fierce divisional battle. The Bengals return home the following week to host the Jacksonville Jaguars, a clash that could serve as a momentum builder. Primetime action kicks into gear early. Week 4 features a Monday Night Football showdown in Denver on September 29th, a matchup that tests Cincinnati's resilience on the road. Week 7 brings the Steelers to Cincinnati for a Thursday night football game that always carries extra weight in this heated rivalry. But the biggest primetime spotlight comes in Week 13 with the Thanksgiving night game in Baltimore, the matchup that sparked Burrow's candid comments and has Bengals fans buzzing with anticipation and frustration alike. As the season draws toward the playoffs, Cincinnati returns to national TV on Sunday Night Football in Week 16 against the Miami Dolphins. That late-season contest could carry huge playoff implications, adding more drama to a schedule already packed with intensity. What this means for Joe Burrow and the Bengals. Moving forward, Burrow's comments highlight an ongoing tension in the NFL's scheduling formula, balancing competitive fairness, player health, and broadcast appeal. For the Bengals, the 2025 schedule presents an opportunity to rewrite the narrative. They have the chance to break their primetime losing streak against Baltimore, assert dominance in the AFC North, and demonstrate they belong among the NFL's elite under the national spotlight. But there's no denying the frustration that comes with playing tough opponents repeatedly on the road and under the glare of prime time. It's a challenge Burrow and Cincinnati must confront head-on Thanksgiving night and beyond. Final thoughts. The NFL's scheduling dilemma continues. Joe Burrow's frankness has opened the door for a wider conversation about how the NFL schedules its marquee games and whether changes are needed to avoid overexposing certain teams or placing undue burdens on players. As the league evolves, the pressure to balance business interests with competitive equity grows. For now, Burrow and the Bengals will prepare to face Baltimore once again, under the brightest lights, carrying the hopes of their fans, and perhaps a little extra fire fueled by those past heartbreaks and scheduling grievances.